In our lifetime, we absorb facts, information, and skills. We get our theoretical and practical understanding through education and experience. It's called knowledge. Welcome to television's longest-running high school quiz show, Knowledge Bowl. Let's join two of our 16 competing Northeast Michigan high schools and our host, Astrid Fitzpatrick, for today's match.
Hello, welcome to Knowledge Bowl, Michigan's longest-running quiz show. I'm your host, Astrid Fitzpatrick. Today our game is between Hale and Augres, and we'll start by introducing our teams, beginning with Hale, starting with their captain.
Hi, I'm Ariel, and I'm a senior.
Lee Edgar, Jr.
Ethan Rash, Jr.
Stephen Toth, Jr.
Annalie Bamberg, freshman.
Jacob Short, freshman.
And they're joined by their coach, Jordan Barkley. And our team from Augres, starting with their captain.
Dominic Watts, Jr.
Abigail Edmonds, Jr.
Connor Roble, sophomore.
Caden Anthony, sophomore.
Ramsey Forden, sophomore.
Gabriel Beardsley, freshman.
And they're joined by their coach, Kathy Machinsky. I'd also like to thank our judges today, Matthew Fitzpatrick and Joey Griskowiak, for being here. Our first round is the toss-up round, but before we start that, here are the rules.
Round 1 is a toss-up format. A question will be asked, and the first competitor to ring in has the opportunity to answer the question. If a correct answer is given, the team is awarded 10 points. No consulting is allowed. If the answer is incorrect, then the question goes to the opposing team to answer.
All right, we'll get right into our first question. What started with the storming of the Winter Palace? And the correct answer was the Russian Revolution. Find the Fahrenheit temperature if the Celsius temperature is 60. And the correct answer was 140. Shoran, Decca, and Lauren, radar, radio beacon, and dead reckoning are all forms of what? Ariel?
Communication.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? The correct answer was navigation. King Lear, Cordelia, Goneril, Regan, and the Earl of Gloucester, Edgar, and Edmund, yes, they all appear in Shakespeare's King Lear, but which is the only one to survive to the end of the play? Ariel?
The Earl.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? The correct answer was Edgar. John Dryden's All for Love, or The World Well Lost, was based on which of Shakespeare's plays? Ariel?
Romeo and Juliet.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? Dominic?
Hamlet.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. The correct answer was Antony and Cleopatra. Physics deals with matter and energy and their interactions in various subfields. Name any 4 of the various subfields which physics addresses. Lee?
Kinematics.
We're looking for 4.
Oh, you were looking for all 4? I thought you said name anyone.
Or also.
Kinematics, dynamics, thermodynamics, and periodic motion.
Okay, yep, that's correct. In Mexico, strolling musical groups including singers and players of guitars, trumpets, and violins perform along streets and in restaurants. What are such groups called? Ariel?
Mariachi band.
That's correct. What Greek god aided Perseus in his quest for the head of Medusa? Dominic?
Zeus.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Ariel?
Hermes.
That's correct. Name the main technological achievement dating from prehistoric times, prevalent in the old world, which is absent from the new. Okay, the correct answer was the wheel. What offense have Hedy Lamarr, Olga Corbett, Rex Reed, and Winona Ryder been arrested for? Ariel?
Theft.
Judges? Yeah. Okay, that's correct. We also would have accepted shoplifting. In the late 18th century, a French astronomer and mathematician theorized that the solar system was formed from a huge, very hot, rotating nebula. Can you name him?
Kepler?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? And the correct answer was Pierre-Simon de Laplace. The higher the price of a product, the less of that product people are willing to buy. The lower the price, the more people are willing to buy. Or the lower the price, the more people are willing to buy. And in economics, this is called the law of what? Ethan?
Supply and demand.
Judges? I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? Dominic?
Is the law of demand?
That's correct, it's the law of demand. Most scientists consider what man the most important theoretical physicist since Albert Einstein. The man suffers from Lou Gehrig's disease. Ariel?
Stephen Hawking.
That's correct. You need wooden balls to play what Italian variation of lawn bowling? Lee?
Croquet?
Sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? Caden? I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer is bocce. Prior to the 1800s, by what method did people in the United States determine the time of day that they used to set their clocks and watches? This method resulted in hundreds of local time zones. Connor?
The position of the sun.
Judges?
Can you elaborate?
The position of the sun in relation to the horizon.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Ariel?
Sun at noon.
That's correct, sun at noon. Which of the Earth's 5 major biomes, tundra and high mountains, forest, grasslands, desert, and aquatic, covers almost 1/3 of the planet's land area? Lee?
Oh, I thought you would say desert.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Dominic?
Grassland?
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. The correct answer was forests. Name the 3 largest African nations that border on the Mediterranean Sea. And they were Algeria, Libya, and Egypt. What play contains the line, "I have always depended upon the kindness of strangers"? And the correct answer was A Streetcar Named Desire. If 2 sides of a triangle are 3 inches and 7 inches respectively, the third side must be greater than how many inches? Lee?
7.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? Dominic?
4.
That's correct, 4 inches. And that's all we have for our first round. We'll be right back with some updated scores. Okay, welcome back. So far, we've got Hale with a score of 60 and Augres with a score of 20. Our next round is the bonus round, but before we start that, here are the rules.
This is the bonus round. It consists of toss-up questions, as in round 1. However, this is the twist. The team answering correctly then gets 4 bonus questions. For each question answered correctly, a series of points will be awarded. Team members can consult, but only the team captain can answer the question. After an incorrect answer, the toss-up portion begins again for both teams.
Name the 3 types of colonies that were set up in America during the colonial period. The correct answer was royal, proprietary, and corporate or commercial. If a Parisian tourist wanted to visit New York's equivalent of the Bourse, where would she go? Ariel?
Times Square.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? The correct answer was the stock exchange. Identify the French novelist born in 1840 who is considered the founder of naturalism. Ariel?
Voltaire.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? And the correct answer was Émile Zola. Italian for between, it's a piece inserted between sections of another work, such as different opera scenes. Lee?
Intermission?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? The correct answer was intermezzo. Under what two specific conditions do gases exhibit marked deviation from the ideal as expressed by gas laws? Lee?
Temperature and pressure.
Judges?
Be specific.
High temperature, high pressure.
I'm
More
sorry, that's
specific.
incorrect. Augres? Right, and the answer we were looking for was high pressure and low temperature. What cosmetic company was implicated in the rigging of quiz shows it sponsored in the late 1950s? Ariel?
L'Oreal.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? The correct answer was Revlon. What is the name of the bay located at the southern end of the Hudson Bay?
Baffin Bay?
Oh, sorry.
Baffin Bay?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres?
Chesapeake.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was James Bay. The sonata in 4 movements is the basic form most 19th century composers followed. 2 composers who dominated the 18th century classical period established these formal patterns of chamber music. Can you name them? Dominic?
Beethoven and Mozart.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Hale? The correct answer was Mozart and Haydn. What were the only 2 Asian empires to have expanded into Europe? Lee?
Ottoman and Mongolian.
That's correct. Okay, and these questions are about the 17th century. What instrument invented in 1608 confirmed the Copernican theory?
Oh, the gyroscope.
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 I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Correct answer was the telescope. While we would say, "it seems to me," or "it occurs to me," Shakespeare would usually say it with one word. The correct answer was methinks. What do residents of Hawaii call the other 49 states? Lee?
Continental.
Sorry,
Yes.
that's incorrect. Augres?
Mainland?
That's correct. Okay, and you're going to factor these following polynomials. 1 minus 25x squared.
5x plus 1, 5x minus 1.
That's correct. Negative ax plus bx. And the correct answer was x, open parenthesis, b minus a, close parenthesis. A pronoun and its antecedent must agree in 3 ways. Name them. Right, and they were number, person, and gender. What art movement of the 1930s has had the greatest effect on advertising design? And the correct answer was surrealism. What African nation is bordered by Ethiopia on the north and Tanzania to the south? Caden? What was that?
Niger?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Hale? Ariel?
The Democratic Republic of the Congo.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was Kenya. What type of symmetry do Annelida, mollusca, and Arthropoda exhibit? Dominic?
Bilateral.
That's correct. Okay, I'll give you a description and you identify the constitutional amendment. Direct election of senators.
Anything?
Right, and the correct answer was the 17th Amendment. Name the keeper of the wine shop in Dickens' Tale of Two Cities. He was a bull-necked, implacable-looking man, and his wife, a dangerous woman, was everlastingly knitting before the guillotine as heads fell. What was his name? The correct answer was Monsieur Defarge. What did Prince Charles say is all right, but I find it interferes with my hunting? Oh, Ariel?
The princedom.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres?
Fencing.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was marriage. When many sugars are joined together, these large molecules are called what? Dominic.
Polyglycerides.
I'm sorry. Oh, wait, no, sorry, that is correct. And these are about women in the medical profession. Who founded the American Red Cross? And the correct answer was Clara Barton. In 1875, Congress passed the first law to protect wildlife. What animal was protected by that law? Caden?
Buffalo.
That's correct. Okay, and these are quotations by Benjamin Franklin. Whom does God help?
The rich.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. The correct answer was God helps them that help themselves. The Rhine River empties into the North Sea. In which country does the Rhine River rise? Okay, and the correct answer was Switzerland. That's all the time we have for our second round. We'll be right back with some updated scores. All right, welcome back. So far we have Hale with a score of 70 and Augres with a score of 55. We're also joined on Augres' side by alternates Ramsey Fortin and Gabe Beardsley. Our next round is the 60-second round, but before we start that, here are the rules.
This is our 60-second round. The team with the lowest score selects from one of the 4 categories of 10 questions. The team that has 60 seconds to answer as many questions as possible. Each correct answer is worth 10 points. Any missed questions will then be answered by the opposing team. An additional 20-point bonus is awarded for answering all 10 questions correctly.
All right, we're starting with Augres, and they've chosen the category of synonyms. All right, your keyword is excuse. You have blame, reject, mediate, condone, and resolve.
Pass.
Source. We have trace, culmination, report, read, and origin.
Origin.
That's correct. Increase. We have profit, amplify, size.
Amplify.
That's correct. Hearsay. Evidence, rumor, lies. Sorry?
Rumor.
That's correct. Confront. Is it amaze, abash, tally, verify, or face?
Abash. No.
Verify.
Verify.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Mellow. And we have deep, ripe, strange, shallow, and backward.
Deep.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Sallow. We have dark, unmanly, narrow, wan, and bloated.
Wan.
That's correct. Right. Hale. The word is excuse. And you have blame, reject, mediate, condone, and resolve.
Resolve.
Resolve. Excuse? Yeah, resolve.
Resolve.
Okay, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Confront. We have amaze.
Face.
Face.
That's correct. And mellow. We have deep, ripe, strange, shallow, or backward.
Shallow.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Okay, and we'll go to Hale. And they've chosen medicine, military, or music. Wait, David G. Farragut.
Military?
Military.
That's correct. Alexander Fleming.
Medicine.
That's correct. Stephen C. Foster.
Music.
Music.
That's correct. John Paul Jones.
Military?
Military.
That's correct. Edward A. McDowell.
Military.
Military.
Music.
Music.
Music is correct. Jonas E. Salk.
Music.
Music.
No, medicine. Salk vaccine. Medicine.
Medicine.
Medicine is correct. William T. Sherman.
Medicine?
Medicine.
Okay, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Arturo Toscanini.
Art. Wait, no, music.
Music.
Why did I say art?
That's correct.
Yeah, totally.
Galen.
Military.
No.
Military. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. And Paul Hindemith.
Military.
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 Okay, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. And Augres. William T. Sherman.
Military.
Military.
That's correct. Galen,
Music.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. And Paul Hindemith,
Medicine.
Medicine.
sorry, that's also incorrect. And that's all we have for our third round. We'll be right back with some updated scores. Okay, welcome back. So far, we've got Hale with a score of 150 and Augres with a score of 105. Our last round is the toss-up round, just like the first round, so we'll get started with that. Single-celled algae are known as what? Ariel?
Bacteria.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? Dominic?
Prokaryotic.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. The correct answer was diatoms. When reference is made to the 100 days, the topic is Napoleon. Briefly, what were the 100 days? Ramsey?
War.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Hale? Ariel?
The French Revolution.
I'm sorry, it's also incorrect. Correct answer was they were when Napoleon was reinstated after his exile. Vermont, in addition to having its northern border on Canada, is bordered by 3 states. Name them. Ramsey?
Sure, Maine and Massachusetts.
So New Hampshire, Maine, and Massachusetts. I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Hale? Lee?
New Hampshire, Maine, and New York.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. Correct answer was New York, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts. What was the name of Liesl's Nazi bow in The Sound of Music? Ariel?
Treble.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? The correct answer was Rolf. About how old are Earth and the other inner planets of our solar system? Lee?
4 billion years old.
That's correct. The brochure about the Dude Ranch advertises that there will be horseback riding, swimming, hiking, backpacking, rafting, and gymkhana. What is gymkhana? Ariel?
Wrestling.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? Caden? I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. The correct answer was games on horseback. What type of religious residence was responsible for much of the book production in Europe in the Middle Ages? Ariel?
Catholic.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? The correct answer was monastery. It's used to indicate that an apparent error is a part of quoted material and not an editorial mistake. What is the Latin word for thus? The correct answer was sic, S-I-C. How would you express the pure imaginary number square root of -9 in I form? Ariel?
I square root of 9.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? Dominic?
3I.
That's correct. This act made little impression on England and France, but it almost ruined American commerce. Upon President Jefferson's recommendation, it was enacted. It forbade American vessels to put to sea in the hope that lack of American products would bring the other nations to terms. What is the name of the act? Caden?
Stamp Act.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Argyle Act.
That's correct. What chemical term means capable of corroding or burning living tissue? Lee?
Corrosive.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? The correct answer was caustic. What American author described his heroes as having guts, that is, showing grace under pressure, and who publicized this phrase that English teachers have since used to summarize the essential message of the author's work? Ariel?
Hemingway.
That's correct. In what South American country do more earthquakes occur than anywhere else in the world? Lee?
Chile.
That's correct. What is the common name for KNO3 potassium nitrate? And the correct answer was saltpeter. What kind of hat did Daniel Boone wear? Ariel?
Raccoon skin.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? And the correct answer was that he wore a tall black hat. Find the solutions for x in the equation 2x squared minus 3x minus 2 equals 0. Lee?
X equals 1 and x equals -3.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Augres? Dominic?
X equals -1 and x equals +3.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. The correct answer was x equals 2 and -1/2. The mineral magnetite contains iron. Name the other chemical element that is present in magnetite. Dominic?
Magnesium.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Hale? Ariel?
Calcium.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. The correct answer was oxygen. Of what metal is the case of a dry cell made? Dominic?
Copper.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Ariel?
Silicon.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. The correct answer is zinc. And that's all the time we have for our last round. We'll be right back with the final scores. Welcome back. Our final scores are Hale with 190 points and Augres with 115 points. So congratulations to our winners today from Hale. Join us next week when we'll have Rogers City versus Alpena. And I'll leave you a quote from Carl Jung. Knowledge lies not in truth alone, but in error also. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's why they put the little erasers on pencils. Have a nice day.